Hello, this is Senator Jeff Stone with my weekly capital update. Crafting a budget for the state of the size of California is a formidable task, and my colleagues in the legislature on both sides of the aisle are to be commended for the work they have done on behalf of our citizens. A week ago, the legislature passed a budget that spent over $117 billion. On Friday, we passed a budget that cut that amount by approximately $2 billion, and that's the good news. Governor Brown rightly used more conservative revenue projections than the legislative Democrats, but sadly, his priorities did not fall in line with the people I was elected to represent, and that is why I could not in good conscience vote for the revised budget. Further, this budget was crafted with almost no input from Republicans. Nearly 14 million people are represented by Republican senators, but we were kept out of the room when the vast majority of this budget was being negotiated. This revised budget gives a $600 million raise to public state employees, but does nothing to restore the cuts made in prior years to the developmentally disabled. This revised budget still spends $7 billion more than last year, but it does nothing to address our crumbling roads and infrastructure. This revised budget adds hundreds of thousands of undocumented immigrant children to Medi-Cal, but it does nothing to increase the reimbursement rates paid to healthcare providers who can't afford to take Medi-Cal patients. With more than one-third of our state on Medi-Cal, adding hundreds of thousands to an overstretched system makes zero sense. The governor has called two special sessions, one to deal with healthcare and the other to deal with roads, bridges, and highways. It's pretty clear the governor is going to ask for tax increases in these special sessions, and he's going to say Republicans who oppose raising taxes don't care about roads or the poor on Medi-Cal. And we all know that's simply not the case. We have the resources to fix Medi-Cal. We have the money to serve the developmentally disabled, but the legislature wants to raise taxes to do the same. We have the money to begin fixing our roads and bridges, but the Democrats in the legislature want to raise taxes to do the same. The budget passed on Friday puts the interests of public employee unions ahead of the needs of the poor and the developmentally disabled. I believe my constituents deserve better, and that's why I oppose this new budget. And we can do better, and we need to do better. To find out more about the state budget, visit my website or visit my Facebook page. And as always, thank you for the honor of letting me represent you here in the state capitol.